Did you see the video of a Florida judge using a VR headset during an assault trial? The defense attorney made a goofy 3D animation to show him what happened from his client's point of view. What?
During a stand your ground case, the defense used virtual reality to give the judge a full experience of what they say happened. In Local 10's Christina Vasquez live in Fort with our exclusive
some Sword Art Online shit.
Christina.
Taking you into it.
The defense attorney in court hearing.
This is when he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
At a stand your...
Holy. This was made in Second Life. Whoa. Why though? Why do this? This had to be some kind of racket. Like, this had to be, like, my friend's an animator and he really, you know, he just got let go from Ubisoft because they keep closing everything down. Maybe I can get him some work through making a recreation of a stand your ground case. Oh, fuck yeah. And then I'll have my client pay for that. Like, how do you even, like, sell that? Who pays for that? Someone that's smarter than me. How does that work? Because that's not free. Unless, of course, the lawyer himself is a part-time game developer. Machinima creators becoming crime recreators. What a glorious reality.
At a stand your ground hearing Tuesday.
Nobody backs off.
A Broward judge peered through a virtual reality headset.
These people are coming into his space, right?
And he's backing up.
And he's backing
so
up.
as not to be injured like his wife.
For an immersive experience
What?
designed to illustrate this defense expert's opinion.
It's like a chest-to-chest encounter, no matter where you look.
That based on his review of depositions, a site visit, and sworn witness statements to police.
This is actually a photograph from one of the videos, right?
Yeah.
This is the best case I've ever seen. We're finally in the future. This is like Demolition Man shit. Also, who brought in all the headsets? Is that taxpayer dollars? We got a big high-profile case coming in. We need $15,000. We gotta bring everyone some VR headsets. Yeah, it's the only way. It's the only way. We can't just take his word for it. We need to see it in VR. It's a meta sponsorship. Honestly, I'm surprised the judge isn't freaking out. The judges in all of these court cases are usually such fucking fossils that I feel like if you put on the headset and took them into the fucking mainframe, they'd just be like flailing around and screaming. Ah! Ah! He's handling it well. I would definitely do this if I was a lawyer genius. I mean, it's not the worst idea ever, to be honest.
To chest encounter, no matter where you look.
That based on his review of depositions, a site visit, and sworn witness statements to police.
This is actually a photograph from one of the videos, right?
Yes.
Miguel Abisu, the Southwest Ranch's wedding venue owner, facing 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for waving a gun at guests last year.
When he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
Did so in self-defense, he testified.
Standing right in his personal space, he still has not brought out his gun.
That is correct.
Placing the judge and the defendant's shoes.
No, I can see it. I'm there right now. I'm actually, I've mind jacked into the defendant. I see that. This is overwhelming. It's chest-to-chest contact. Is this Unreal 5? My God. Looks better than real life.
Get out.
His defense attorney works to convince the judge to give his client immunity under Florida's Stand Your Ground law.
I believe is the first time in the state of Florida, in a criminal or civil case, that virtual reality was admitted in evidence.
Probably is.
It may be
Yeah, probably is the first
in
time.
the United States that virtual reality was admitted into a criminal hearing.
Whoa, hold on, wait, just a second. I don't have this game on my Steam wish list. What's going on over here? This is a totally separate case. Is this guy attacking her with the end of a vacuum cleaner? And what does he have? What is going on? I need to be more familiar with the case here to really grasp all the lore. That's a cane. Is it? Oh, no, that's definitely a cane. You're right. That guy is way too young for a cane. What happened? Did he just grab the first weapon he could find to improvise with it?
And explore the precedent
Wii
that was
graphics.
set today.
Yeah.
The use of this technology in a courtroom setting. That's a digital exclusive deep dive for you that exists on our website. That's local10.com. Reporting live.
I'm actually going to check that out. I want to see your deep dive on this. I'll be honest with you, local10.com. Let's see. They were able to get out, glass shattered everywhere, get out of this wedding facility, and wake up my client Mike, who was sleeping, and he told us what happened at the wedding facility. Having all that information, he immediately directed his wife to call 911, then needed to and then needed to immediately, he believes, save his staff from injury or potentially death, save his building, his home from people who were intoxicated at his wedding. So he went in there with the goal of de-escalating and having the party stop and everyone leave. So, I mean, far be it for me to question the experts. What makes this more reliable than just a normal testimony? Like, let's say you don't want to take him at his word. Well, this recreation is still from his perspective. So you're still going to have to take him at his word that you are getting the real story through his eyes. It doesn't really change the core here. You still are just going to have to take him at his word that what you're seeing in VR is the real deal. Probably just trying to make it feel more personal. That's true, maybe that's what it is. Just to make it feel like, oh, okay, this is truly how, you know, anxiety-inducing it was. Experiences that take place in virtual reality become part of users' autobiographical memory. As memories can impact users' self-perception, personal beliefs, and social interactions, story living in VR narratives can be used to manipulate memory and mold users' self according to the preferences of the VR narrative creators. This feels, I guess, topical here, about how it can teach people empathy. Experiences are what defines us as humans, so it's not surprising that an intense experience in VR is more impactful than imagining something. VR can create a powerful emotional connection between audience and subject. The way in which the medium engages audience with dramatic imagery and conveys a sense of presence could produce emotional oversaturation or worse, sensationalistic spectacle. This sense of authenticity leaves audiences vulnerable to traumatizing content or manipulation. Imagine an entire jury wearing VR headsets. I don't want to imagine that, man. It just sounds so fucking sad. I mean, maybe it's a really good tool, I don't know. I guess this is still a little too new for me to really understand why it'd be that much more useful than just hearing out, you know, the victim's testimony. I feel like most people, when hearing a testimonial, like, they should be able to understand, like, emotions behind some of it without getting, you know, the Unreal 2.5 demonstration in VR of it. The motion blur plus heartbeat and screen shake will go crazy. Oh, man. Imagine. They should start using the tools like in those Universal dark rides, like if the victim gets wet, they douse the jury with water. Yeah, I mean, if you want to turn it into, like, a spectacle, I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that more. Like, when they're going through, like, the scenario and they're playing it out in the courtroom, they, like, throw blood at the jury, like, and look at what happened to his shirt with all the blood, and then, like, splash blood on him. Make it really interactive, I guess. Just make a movie about it at that point. Actually, kind of a banger idea. They should release this game. Like, you be the judge. That's what they could call it. This is a real stand your ground case that you can play on Steam right now. It'll help finance my legal fees. You put yourself in my position when I wave the gun around. Do you think I had a reasonable self-defense case? Kind of would go hard. Would you play it on stream? Oh, you bet your sweet Bippy I would play that on stream. So it's gonna resume in February. Super interesting. Nice. That was cool. Do you think VR headsets would make people like jury duty? Brother, how would that make them like jury duty? They don't get to keep the headset. It's not a souvenir. If anything, it might be worse for people that get motion sickness. You have to spend like an additional like 5 hours just getting acclimated to VR so you don't puke at the stand. Or puke in the jury. Yeah, the title's not clickbait. I find this to be an extremely interesting story. A dog just solved a murder. Okay, well, hold on. The dog itself didn't solve the murder. It's not Scooby-Doo. It didn't roll out there in the mystery machine and, you know, unmask the villain or anything like that. You know, it's not Air Bud. But a dog... The dog's presence and the way the dog was behaving helped lead officers in the right direction to find the murder suspect. There's a reference I'm sure all of you have heard before, and it happens when a dog tries to get a human's attention. You might hear someone say, "What's the matter? Timmy's stuck in the well?" And it's a reference to a show called Lassie. This joke was even made in Fairly Odd Parents back in the day. Also, I looked it up. Timmy never got stuck in a well in that show. He did end up on like an active minefield and like exposed to radiation. So it seems like the forces of nature really wanted him dead, but they never, stranded him in a well. But in earlier seasons, someone named Jeff did end up in a well. Regardless, the references existed for decades, and I always just wrote it off as a load of fish paste that's just there for good television. It would never actually happen in the real world, because most people would see a dog barking and going ballistic and just assume it's doing doggy shit. Not nothing out of the ordinary, no need to warrant a deeper investigation. But it turns out that a dog doing this exact behavior actually just helps solve a murder. And I learned about it today from a Law and Crime Network video that just got recommended to me. It is a fascinating and very sad case that I just wanted to talk about.
I need you to get fire, CID, and 04 out here. This looks like a body that's burning.
Officers were called out about a fire in a field, and when they got there, it turned out it was a body that had been lit on fire. So they began a deep investigation, obviously.
What's up, puppy?
Nearby, a white Labradoodle barks frantically, refusing to leave the scene.
Come here.
Officers try to capture the dog, but it evades them, as if guarding the site.
So this dog, in the pouring rain and hail, refused to leave the site. It was constantly barking, refusing to be captured, and refusing to leave. And officers started to wonder why. I mean, it must have belonged to the victim here, and its presence there could actually be really helpful in trying to figure out who this was, because the body was burned beyond recognition. That was the whole plan from the murderer, to set the body ablaze so that they couldn't identify who it was. And the dog being here and refusing to leave now gives them a really good chance at trying to figure out who it was by finding who the owner of the dog is.
You sure are hanging around here. Is that your person over there? Hey, the way that dog's hanging around... Is there anybody at the station that could bring us the chip checker? Like at the fire station or over to the PD? Is the dog trying to be protective or trying to lead us over there? Because it looks like she's trying to lead us over there.
The officer seems to be sniffing it out here, that this dog must have belonged to that person, and they try and catch it, they try and get animal control out there, but animal control doesn't. The following morning, a normal citizen calls animal control because the dog was still there the next morning, and after the citizen calls, animal control comes through, scoops up the dog, they check the chip, and now they have their case.
The citizen calls Robinson Animal Control, who are able to capture the dog and scan its microchip. They learn the dog is named Titan, and he belongs to Mandy Rose Reynolds, a 26-year-old from San Marcos, Texas. Police call the phone number linked to the dog's tag. They leave a message and quickly get a call back.
Robinson Police.
Yes, hi, my name's Mandy Reynolds, and I got a message that you guys found my dog.
Oh, perfect.
Mandy returns the police call, and what do you know? She's so happy that her dog's coming back. Man, Mandy really does sound full of jubilation right now.
Hi, I just got a message saying you guys found my dog.
We believe so. So, what is your dog?
He's a poodle retriever mix.
Poodle retriever mix?
Yeah, he's white. And we looked for him for a couple of hours, and...
How long ago was this that he's been out?
Oh, heck, it's been, I don't know, this would have been around 1 in the morning.
What, last night? About 1 last night?
Yeah, what time did you guys find him?
They ran the chip this morning.
For those of you with gifted ears, you might be picking up a little something fishy from this conversation here. And the officer seems to start getting a whiff of something a bit awry. It sounds like someone putting on a voice on Xbox Live. This is someone that their story isn't making sense.
So your name is Mandy Rose Reynolds.
Sure.
So about 1 o'clock last night, you and were at a rest stop.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. What? I mean, what is the interrogation about? I can't even imagine what he went through, and then now there's a deceased person. Like, oh my God.
It's a shame the Oscar nominations are already locked in because, man, this is quite a performance that's being put on display here. A classically trained thespian, no doubt. You can really hear the emotion in the voice. Devastated to learn what is happening.
So this number comes back to a different name. Are you on somebody's phone plan?
No, yes.
Okay. Whose phone plan are you on?
This would be my fiance's grandfather.
Okay, what's his name?
My fiance's grandfather?
Yes, I just wanted to verify. That way I can close that name off.
I'm going to be frank with you, sir. You know, I'm sorry that this happened.
Dogs are natural scavengers.
You think my little Titan would go? Oh my, detective, with all due respect, do not call me back.
Well, Titan is on a police hold. You're not going to be able to get him out.
Not Mandy on the other line is getting really combative, super defensive, and just kind of like freaking out multiple times and dodging simple questions. So the officers, acting on a hunch, do a welfare check at her apartment. And they find that it has been emptied and her car is missing. They then, of course, do a license plate running to try and find the car. They do find it like 500 miles away. They then also did get dental records back from the body that confirms that the deceased victim was indeed Mandy Rose Reynolds. So whoever was on the other line was 100% not Mandy.
She had recently opened her home to her cousin, Derek Joseph Dagno, giving him a chance to get back on his feet. What she didn't know was that this act of kindness would have devastating consequences. On April 8th, 2023, Wichita police spot Mandy's missing car.
Hey, he's taking off.
When officers attempt a traffic stop, the driver speeds off, leading them on a high-speed chase that reaches over 100 miles per hour.
It's fucking heartbreaking. It's truly just tragic. So, by all accounts, Mandy seems to just be a super nice person, and her cousin needed help. So she did her best to help him, and he killed her for it. So he shot her and then burned her body in a big plastic tub in that field. And stole her stuff, took the car, they found the car, and then they go on a high-speed pursuit. Now, this piece of shit is a career criminal. He has, like, aggressive criminal felonies dating all the way back to the time he was 15. He apparently was even in, like, a shooting when he was a juvenile. This is someone that should have never been back on the streets in the fucking first place. It's just so infuriating. This is someone whose whole life has been dedicated to just making the world a worse place. He is just an evil piece of shit. And then he took this woman's life. This woman who showed him nothing but kindness.
The chase ends at a grocery store where the driver crashes the car and then flees on foot into the store. He's able to hide for a little over 2 minutes on a shelf behind canned goods before police finally discover and arrest him.
Pull him out. 283, clear the air. One in custody.
Aisle 5.
Aisle 5 might be withdrawn. Or ODing, sorry. Hey, brother, what'd you take? What'd you take?
Big time cleanup on aisle 5 here. This fucking imbecile hid behind the canned goods. The worst hide-and-seek player of all time. Don't know what that thought process was. They'll never find me behind the olives and canned tomatoes. No one ever checks there. And then this imbecile must have started boofing whatever drugs he had on him, just taking as much as he could so they wouldn't find that too, because when they pull him out, he's in and out of consciousness. And it's not like the officers came there and just started fucking peppering him. They didn't do anything. They approached him and then told him to leave the canned goods. Get out from your fortress of beets. Come out here with your ass in the air. And he can't do that because he's barely lucid. Holy shit.
Yeah, we gotta go that way.
Someone stay here.
Yeah.
The car, too. The car.
He's identified as Derek Joseph Dagno, Mandy's 27-year-old cousin. Just days before the murder, surveillance footage would later show Derek purchasing a gas can, a shovel, and a large plastic container. Evidence from the car links him to the crime. Inside, they find the pistol used to kill Mandy.
The evidence was overwhelming. It took a jury only half an hour to convict him. Life in prison was the sentence for this subhuman evil stain. And you want to know something crazy? After the sentencing, his brother had a little something to say about it.
After the verdict was delivered, tensions boiled over in the courtroom, leading to a heated argument between members of both families. The conflict escalated when Dagno's brother-in-law attempted to strike someone and was escorted out of the courtroom in handcuffs. He was later released.
That's unfathomable to me. You're telling me Bubba here was so upset at this verdict that he tried to strike someone? His fucking brother just killed an innocent woman. And then he tries to put his hands on somebody because he's so mad about it? It looks like the only things he's ever put his hands on is the ban button on a subreddit. Like, come the fuck on, man. This is unreal. There is no world where they got the wrong person for this murder. The evidence is overwhelming. They have the surveillance camera footage of him buying the material that he used to burn her body. They also have the weapon used that killed her in his car. Like, there isn't, like, wiggle room that maybe they got the wrong guy here or he was framed or set up. That's just not possible. It's very clear that they have the right person in the slammer now for life. And yet this guy still gets so salty about that he tries to strike someone. That blows my mind. It really does. It's an extremely sad case, but I just found it so interesting how important the dog was as a piece of this puzzle to identifying the body and then having that phone call with Mandy. Like, the dog did help lead them down the right path to finding the murderer responsible. Though I do think they would have eventually gotten there anyway because they were able to get the dental records to confirm who the victim was, so they probably would have still ended up there regardless. But by having the dog at the scene and being able to run that chip, which led to that phone call from Mandy, I do think was very helpful in the case and the investigation. So, yeah, I kind of just wanted to go over this one a little bit. That's it. So, yeah. You ever just stop and smell the roses? Take a look around you and appreciate the gift of life? You get to exist in this corporeal realm on such a beautiful planet, and then you ask yourself, well, am I hit you with the remix there, got you with that Scatman action. You then ask yourself, after glitching, am I making the most of my time on Earth? If the answer to that question for you is a no, then maybe the gentleman I'm about to show you today could inspire you a bit, because he said, dag nabbit, I need to do more to really showcase the love of life. So, he went on a bit of a rampage, and it ended with him hanging from some telephone wires, dangling over a fire truck while pooping his pants and talking about meth. If that doesn't perfectly demonstrate being alive, I just don't know what does. It's a wholesome reminder that we're all humans at the end of the day. We shit, we do meth, you know? And I just can't help it. I am so glued to body cam videos right now. I am taking a deep dive into the wacky world of body cam videos. It's so fascinating. I have seen so much shit. Not even in the literal sense, because he contains the feces in his britches. But like, I've just seen so much weird shit from body cams over the last like week or so. And I'm not gonna lie, it has been captivating. So last night on stream, I learned about this very interesting gentleman, and I would like to just, I'd like to just show you him, if you don't mind. You see the body cam video? The guy who ran from the cops took a dump on a fire truck while hanging on a telephone wire. What? There's no way that's actually accurate to what happened, right? So he ran from the cops and took a dump on a fire truck. So typing that in verbatim gets me nothing. Am I allowed to watch that on stream, you think? Hold on, let me check for a second. Don't worry, that's not poop, that was just his belt. His belt was hanging loosely, is all.
Make sure you spend time. Something going on.
Oh, it's actually not poop. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, that's a crazy log. Let me just make sure. He says he's gonna get butt naked. I need to make sure he doesn't actually do that. This guy's talking like Kanye West tweets though right now. He takes his shirt off, but it looks like he keeps his drawers on. I think we're fine. I don't even see him pooping. Does he poop his pants over a fire truck, or... Because there's no way he'd get any turds out.
Dangerously from a telephone wire.
How does he... I can't believe he didn't die. That's a very dangerous thing to be grabbing.
Seen before until now, and power tools taken from a vehicle in the same neighborhood.
What are the odds?
Neither officers yet realized the incidents were connected, or that this string of
God
was only the beginning.
He's on a rampage.
Restaurant to search the area.
All things considered, pretty impressive work. Officer, get after him. What are you doing? Climb.
Back up and then get going. Come on, man. If we back up, will you come back over here?
This is supposed to be a free country. Let him climb the telephone wires. What happened to us?
Will you not go over there?
A fall from this height could be fatal, but as one firefighter explains, a fall isn't the only danger he faces.
Which one's the hot one?
So the weatherhead's hot, up one's hot, he's on cable and telephone.
He's just on telephone stuff, yeah, okay.
Oh, so that's how he's not getting electrocuted, okay. Okay.
Okay.
To ensure Ramondo's safety, officers think of a way to break his fall.
We bring the truck.
Get a giant mattress.
Able to identify the suspect as the same man from the restaurant.
Currently, there's a gentleman. He's hanging from some wires. And if you'll tell me if this is the same guy that
He's what?
assaulted you earlier today.
Is there any way we can get you down? No. By doing what I said. I'm going to that one. You want to go that route? Get back. Give me what I want.
So he's made a threat for shitting.
I'm gonna get butt naked now.
As Ramondo's antics continue, Ramondo's charges will have to wait, as he's been holding on for just over 20 minutes.
That's really impressive.
Before exhaustion and gravity bring him down, one way or another.
Oh. And now everyone just lost service, and they are pissed.
Now there's 3 other people on the other side.
Are they contacting? Come down.
Excellent landing. The dismount.
Just come on down the line.
Incredible technique. And with trousers filled with poop. When did he do it? I never saw anything. He stealth shitted. Like, even going frame by frame, I don't even see his pants, like, puff out from the poop.
You're fighting gravity.
Oh. He's pooping. Okay, remember that. He's pooping.
Yeah, really defecating.
Hey, Log, you see.
How do you know? Also, he's fighting gravity with that. Like, if he shit, like, let's say maybe he was turtle heading. Like, it's just gonna go right back in his colon. Like, I don't think he'd be able to shut the sphincter off in time. It'd just, like, fall back, I think. Oh my god, he owns the fire truck now. He's got a new weapon at his disposal. Shattered pants in a fire truck, he's unstoppable.
You got my word.
I want a hug from all your people that's here today.
Aww.
You got my word. If you come down safe, man.
My troops on how I did today. I hope I trained and learned, and you guys learned something.
I think we all learned something here today.
We need more soldiers out here. My robot.
Amen.
Be
Amen.
careful getting down. You want help or you got it?
I got bigger soldiers.
Enough, bro.
Oh, now everyone's friends.
I love you guys.
Check his britches, see if there's any poop. Did he lie about that?
All right.
I can rent this.
Sheriff car's off duty.
Oh, he let me put my meth pipe in there. Till we could see it.
Sir,
That's how I did.
Meth? You don't say.
Love you, kids. You guys.
Gerald, smell good?
Gerald.
Put some meth in there. Have some bomb.
Meth in
Brother, just give him a meth pipe. What are you doing? Cigarette?
There's medicine for me. Fentanyl's not. Don't do fentanyl.
Paramedics finally arrive and assess the full extent.
A positive message. Meth is medicine. Fent is not.
Go ahead, take a seat.
Upon his release from the hospital, Ramondo was booked into the Clark County Jail on multiple charges, including second-degree robbery and theft.
It's baloney. What is the charge? Pooping my pants? A succulent poop in my pants? This is democracy manifest. It was Washington, yeah. Happened in Washington. Fent bad, meth good. It's so true. Everyone says it. Everyone knows that. I've been up all night again for the second time this week already. Insomnia is absolutely bending me over. Now that I've turned 31, all of a sudden I've unlocked the superpower of insomnia. And while I've been up, I've just been digesting things, learning things about, like, aliens and geodes because of, like, the life on Mars rock. And while I was perusing that, I saw the breaking news that they caught the man responsible for the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This is 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, and I'm pretty sure they actually got the shooter this time. In the beginning, there was a lot of hoopla because they brought in like 2 octogenarians claiming that it could be the shooter. It wasn't. This time, though, they absolutely got the right guy. He is definitely the shooter. He was turned in by his father. I'm pretty confident I don't need to explain what happened. I imagine all of you are familiar with it by now, but just in case, Charlie Kirk was on a college campus in Utah where he was inviting the audience to debate him on a variety of topics. And while doing that, he was shot in the neck and he died. It is fucking terrible. The videos are sickening. They are very gruesome. I don't recommend watching them. The gunman, now ID'd as Tyler Robinson, was positioned roughly like 200 yards away on top of a building, and he escaped for a little while. He jumped off the building. We have footage of all of this. I had planned on showing you some of the footage of Tyler Robinson, you know, running away with the rifle and everything, but I mean, I guess it's worth mentioning why I'm not. I actually made this video like 3 or so hours ago, and when I finished rendering it, I went to my channel to find out I got a copyright strike from a news agency for using some of their clips when going over the topic of that doctor that would walk around his office butt-ass naked for a long time, had even ejaculated on a patient/employee, even called himself the Naked Doctor. I was covering that fucking wacko, and I used some of that news footage and got struck for it today. So I don't know if I'm allowed to use news footage here, so I'm going to refrain from showing any clips when talking about everything in regards to the Charlie Kirk assassination, because I want to make sure this video doesn't get taken down. I think this is something very important and something that I really want to talk about. Anyway, Tyler Robinson's father alerted authorities that he believed his son was the shooter they were looking for, and obviously the investigators followed up. They investigated and found sufficient evidence to conclude that this could very likely be the person responsible for the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They also found 4 bullet casings that were engraved with messages on them. So the one fired casing read, "Notices bulges, OWO, what's this?" Which is a furry meme. It's like one of those old, like, Tumblr furry memes, I think, about, like, nuzzles you rar, that kind of shit. He had other messages on the other casings, the ones that were unfired. So one of them said, "Hey fascist, catch," and then had up arrow, right arrow, and then down arrow 3 times, which people were quick to pick up on as a Helldivers reference. Another one said, "Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao," which is apparently a reference to an Italian anti-fascist song. And then finally another one said, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." I think these engravings paint a pretty clear picture of a fucking cringe loser. This is a lunatic. This is a maniac. But according to those close to him, he wasn't, like, politically active or anything until recently, which I think sounds right. Politics has become turbocharged over just the last handful of years, to the point where people can go from, like, not really being involved or only dipping their toes in, to being just full-blown fucking radicalized and just you know, off their rocker, off their fucking gourd in politics. Like, it is, everything is just accelerating at such a scary, alarming rate. Something else worth mentioning here, the authorities were claiming that Tyler was communicating via Discord about this. However, Discord is coming out and saying that it found no evidence that the suspect planned the shooting on its platform or promoted violence. It was apparently reported by Utah Governor Spencer Cox that the shooter's roommate showed investigators Discord conversations with someone listed as Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, watching the area where the rifle was left, and having left it wrapped up in a towel. But Discord saying they can't find those messages that were referenced in that reporting. So that one is still a little shaky as of me making this video, but I thought it was worth mentioning here. Now, already outside of the obvious major conversation that's been being had here about political violence, there is now like another separate conversation that's starting to break through because of the engravings on the ammo casing, because Helldivers was referenced. So now a lot of people are pointing the finger at video games, which is something that has historically happened in the past with people immediately trying to scapegoat video games as like the catalyst for a tragedy. This is a path that's been walked hundreds of times before, and I'm sure it'll be walked hundreds of times again. Do I think Helldivers had any role to play in this monster carrying out this assassination on Charlie Kirk? No, I don't. I don't think video games are ever really to blame. Anyway, as of now, there's been a lot of misinformation flooding around with like different Tyler Robinsons, and also like people making claims about whether he's a Democrat or a Republican, which is obviously a big subject here considering the motive being political. Now, with all the available information about what they found as well as like where he's potentially been, to me it seems like he's more left-leaning than right. But nothing is 100% confirmed, and there's so much information it's hard to know for sure. A lot of people are saying since he grew up in a Republican household and there's so many photos of him at a young age around guns, he must be a Republican. But that's not always the case. Kids don't always grow up to be just carbon copies, clones of their parents and their beliefs. Like, yes, they're more inclined to follow those beliefs, but it's not always how it works out, and according to people closest to him, he got much more political over the last couple years, so anything could have changed. There's no telling for sure. But this definitely does seem to be a politically motivated assassination. Which, if you ask me, is a horrible thing. And my heart breaks for the family that is now without a father. I think it is bad. I know, classic Charles with a grass is green take, but I also want to mention something that a lot of people kept saying, I'm sure you've seen it in the comment section or on streams or elsewhere, about how I'm dodging this topic and refusing to speak on it. And people even go as far as to say that I am endorsing political violence by not making a video on it, which I find to just be unhinged. I find that to be so fucking twisted. Especially considering it's not like I've been shy on this subject. Since it happened, I have covered it extensively during streams. I've been mainly gaming, because I've been in such a fucking huge gaming arc in my life right now, but I have still talked about it a lot. And I said from day one, I planned on making a video once the shooter was caught, because I was very confident the shooter would be apprehended pretty quickly. Like, they had a substantial amount of footage showing him on the roof, jumping off the roof, even wandering through the neighborhoods. They even had pretty clear photos that they released to the public that showed a lot of this guy's face. So I was pretty certain that they were going to either catch him pretty quickly, track him down, and get them themselves, or, what ended up happening, someone would recognize him and turn him in. So I wanted to wait for that to happen so that way I can make a video covering the entire situation here, because I find it to be such a big deal. But since I was mainly talking about it on streams instead of in a video, which, by the way, if I did do like a video when it happened, a follow-up video, and then this video, people would accuse me of milking a tragedy. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But because I was talking about it on streams, people accused me of trying to hide it there. Basically saying that doesn't count, it only matters if you make a video on it. So let me be crystal clear here. I think the assassination of Charlie Kirk, everything that happened here is fucking horrible. I think it is horrific, awful. I think it is terrible. And I'm aware that some people have been celebrating this. I find that to be fucking disgusting. Now, as I said on stream, I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. And I've seen a lot of people saying that now when like giving their take on this, and I think a lot of them are just making that shit up because they don't want to get like too deep into the nitty-gritty or anything. But truly, I have been very offline over the last year and some change, so I haven't seen a whole lot of Charlie Kirk. The things I know about him come through like adjacent discussions, like with Epstein files or South Park. Of course, after all this happened, I did see a bunch of the clips that people were tossing around from like his talks or from debates, and it's things I don't agree with for sure. But even still, what happened here is bad. Even though I didn't agree with him from all of the things I've seen, it still doesn't change the way I feel about this being a horrifying, terrible thing that happened to him. I think that's very standard. I know people are going to find that to be just, yep, grass is green take from Charlie, but it's the truth. It's how I feel. Political violence or violence of any kind like this, I think is just fucking unacceptable, and it's extremely scary. Anyway, just wanted to yap about this a bit. That's it. See ya. Today I saw a little montage of wacky street fights that were unfolding in Texas on a street known as Dirty 6th, which I guess is kind of like the modern-day Coliseum. I've heard of 6th Street before, because that's where weirdo YouTubers used to go to ask drunk girls leaving bars if they would make out with them. They'd shove a camera and mic in their face and just ask stupid questions like, what's your name? What's your body count? Will you ride my dick till infinity and beyond and call me Bust Lightyear? And can I stick my tongue down your throat? I love you. And then they'd film that and that'd be the whole video. So, like, 6th Street seems like a made-up place, but it's apparently very real. And today I saw this series of fights that I think happened over the course of just one evening. I'm not certain, but I have a hunch that this all just happened in one night, because apparently it's just so normal for this to happen when the bars close there. And man, these fights are sloppy in the most entertaining way. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the full fight because YouTube would not like that. It would get the video taken down, so I'm gonna have to, like, snip around it to the best of my ability, so I'll fill you in on the lore. So the first fight was between two women. It started with hair pulling. One girl gets the other to the ground and then gets on top of her and starts, like, hammer fisting the top of her head like she's in fucking marching band, beating her like a drum. Of course, I don't know the story behind the fight here, but as you saw in the beginning, it was one-on-one, then like another girl tries to break it up. She kind of just gets tossed aside like dirty laundry. She's like, okay, I see this isn't effective, so she crawled away and she was not seen again. So after she departs, she says, I see when I'm not welcome here. I do say I'll take my leave. Then it goes back to a one-on-one. She still has full hair control, and then gets her more to the ground, gets on top of her, and then, as I mentioned, she gets the hammer fists going. They eventually separate the two of them, and I love that the spectators start trying to fan the flames again, like, come on, that wasn't good enough, we need a round two. So they're trying to tell the girl who just lost this fight to go beat her ass, like, you know, go chase her down and continue this. And then you can hear the cops blowing their whistle. They're coming in like referees. They're like, all right, wrap it up. We heard there was an ass whooping over here. That's a 5-yard penalty. Move aside. Repeat, second down. They just walk through blowing their whistles and then just stand to the other side and that's it. They almost look disappointed that they were tardy to the party and missed the fight. So they just walk through and then just hang out after, you know, after they make sure everything's settled down. And then another fight breaks out. Again, I think this is all one night. I could be wrong. This could be like multiple fights that they just spliced together for a montage. But I don't know. I just really get the feeling that it all happened on the same evening. I feel like this is very normal based on everything I've seen and read now from Dirty 6th Street, as it's called apparently. This next one was a 4-on-1. I don't know what this guy did to earn the whole kit and caboodle. The Red Rover, send all the bouncers right over. But he's got 4 dudes on him. He's got, like, a guy yanking on his butt cheeks. He got a dude trying his best to, like, take him down, but he's unsuccessful. It's like he's wrestling a fucking fish. And then, like, 2 other guys that are just, like, haphazardly, like, swinging on any part of his body they can find. And even with all that, they still weren't able to, like, knock him out or anything. So he stands up and he's smiling and having a good time. The cops do, like, break it up. And once again, the cops just look disappointed. They're like, all right, come on, guys, really 4-on-1? You couldn't have an honorable duel? You know, what is this? It's supposed to be a 1-on-1 fight. This is ridiculous. And then, like, you can see the guy who's like, no. I'm guessing they were asking if he, like, wants to press charges or something. He's like, no, absolutely not. This was just all in good fun, officer. And then he walks away laughing about it. Like, he just... 4 men on top of him, and they still didn't, like, I didn't even see a bruise on his face. I guess they're getting him with the Charmin Ultra Soft fists. But he's giddy, he's all smiles, he's even joking with the crowd over there. Like, he's like, yeah, you know, this and that. Well, anyway, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go to the Salty Spittoon to get my clock cleaned, if you don't mind. I've got more places to get my ass beat, tips Fedora. It's just, like, it's so interesting to me. It just feels like fights on 6th Street here are just part of the experience, like, even for the participants. Like, he didn't even seem particularly angry. In fact, none of the people there did. Like, all 4 of the dudes on top of him, it didn't even feel like they were even mad. It just felt like it's business as usual. It's 3 a.m. Someone's got to get their ass beat. This fight, I feel safe showing you the full thing because I'm pretty sure not a single punch or anything connects. It almost feels like it's choreographed. Like, it almost feels like this is stage acting because they are dodging all the blows perfectly. It's almost like a dance. So you get a takedown here. It's a pretty soft takedown, nothing like too crazy. We get a brief pause in the action. They're kind of joking. They're both kind of smiling about it. Then there's another, like, surprise takedown attempt, and then this masterpiece. Absolute fucking cinema. Like, in the middle of the fight, if I didn't see, like, the whole fight, I would think this was just, like, a skit. Like, this was a planned skit. But it's not. Like, they were actually, like, throwing on each other. And then, in the middle of the fight, as he's going for, like, a double-leg takedown, they hear the sirens, and immediately, they both know, hey, we gotta stop this shit right now. Let's be friends. And then they got their arms around each other. They even walk up to the police window there, and I'm guessing they're saying, like, oh, no, we weren't fighting. What do you mean? We're hugging. We're embracing. And, like, it actually does. Like, if the officers just came in at the end, they probably would have no idea there was a fight, because look at this frame right here. When he was going for, like, the takedown, he's kind of just grabbing on his thighs, and it looks like the other guy's, like, bringing his face in for, like, a warm smooch. So they go for this fighting to friendship true combo to fool the officers, so that way they don't get, like, arrested or anything, and it works. Like, it absolutely works. Definitely think that was the right call. Friendship conquers all once again. You know, the same lessons anime taught us. With friendship, anything's possible. So they go from fighting to now I think they're probably good buddies. Like, I feel like there's a chance. I definitely think it was the right decision because it's not worth going to jail over at all. So yeah, I just had to talk about these because these fights, like, they had me giggling. It doesn't even feel like they were even mean-spirited fights at any point. Like, it felt like, well, we're on 6th Street, might as well fight. Like, it feels like that's just, like, 6th Street brings that demon out of you, and it makes you start swinging on somebody, and it's not even like, because you don't like them, it's just, hey, it's 6th Street, we gotta fight. It almost reminds me of the plot to the first Kingsman movie, where you just, like, you hear that frequency and you just start attacking each other. Like, you go to 6th Street and that frequency plays in some people's ears, and you just, fights start breaking out, and they don't know why, it just happens. So yeah, I had to talk about this a little bit when I saw this. That's really about it. So yeah. See, someone just stole $1 million in olive oil. What's the point in stealing that much in things? Because, like, in things like that, the way I asked that sounded like a child. Why would someone take something that's not theirs? But I mean, like, why would you steal that much olive oil? You can't sell it. You can never make $1 million out of your $1 million theft of olive oil.
Police say another transport company with specialized trucks picked up the oil and was supposed to make a delivery. The client never received the shipment, and the theft was reported on Wednesday. Dalhousie University.
Very cool footage just showing olive oil.
Oil is popular for thieves because it's resellable.
With cheese and
What?
olive oil, well, it's a middle ground sort of product. It is expensive, but not that expensive.
What? Is there like an olive oil black market I don't know about? There's what? You're telling me it's easy to resell cheese and olive oil? Who the fuck is just buying cheese out of someone's trunk? Restaurants? Well, I mean, obviously restaurants would be the main clientele, but I just don't think you'd be buying olive oil from like Shady Goober who's selling you olive oil out of their dad's F-150. Like what? You'd probably just go to like the actual olive oil broker. There's a huge black market for oil and spices. What? All right, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to get some boots on the ground here. Why? It can't be that much cheaper, right? Like, think economies of scale. You buy $1 million worth of olive oil from, I don't know, fucking Yoakum & Sons. I don't know who sells olive oil like that. But you buy it from Yoakum & Sons. Like, they're the gold standard of olive oil. You probably get a huge deal. Like, all that olive oil, you probably get a great deal on, as opposed to going to the guy that stole it, who's trying to turn that olive oil theft into, like, the exact amount it's worth. You're probably paying more from that guy than you would be just getting it from the actual source. The fakes, the frauds, the scams, how to tell if your olive oil is the real deal. The olive oil industry is rife with fraud. I think this is just, like, about brands that are faking that their olive oil is virgin or something. This is an interesting headline. The shocking truth about Italian olive oil and the mafia. If you steal it, you can rebrand it and call it homemade olive oil. The thief isn't buying the olive oil, so making any money is good, doesn't even need to be marked up. That's true, I guess. I don't know why you would buy just from, like, a dude. Like, just a guy. That could just be contaminated. Holy shit, in 2024, some thieves in Houston stole $2.5 million worth of olive oil.
Is, not exactly the first thing that comes to mind when you think of large-scale theft.
This is common.
Houston company says slick thieves stole olive oil worth more than $2.5 million. Jason Miles is live outside the warehouse.
My God, he went straight to P. Diddy's house too, I bet. Oh, the culprit! He's holding it right there.
672 bottles of olive oil make up a pallet. 290 pallets. 290 pallets. How many bottles is that?
That's crazy, man. That's so crazy.
Every pallet has 672 bottles.
That's more than $2.5 million worth of olive oil that was likely trucked out by more than a dozen tractor trailers.
And get this, I'm told the company that operated this warehouse is now out of business and conveniently did not have working surveillance cameras at the time.
Oh!
That is all part of the...
An inside job. Wait, this was their exit strategy. We're going to steal $2.5 million worth of premium olive oil and sell it for half the price and run our business into the ground. It's genius.
At a premium around the world, partly because of a drought in Spain where so many olive trees grow. Reporting live on the east side, Jason Miles.
What a fascinating market.
Something of value, olive oil, can become a target too. Jason, thank you.
I don't know why he said it like that, but I guess so. Wait, man. If you got some olive oil in your house, it's sitting on gold, I guess. So the most recent one is the $1 million stolen from the trucking company. That's what started us down this path. Then there's the $2.5 million one last year. Some guy asked a question on Quora, why are thieves stealing olive oil instead of gold? Probably because it's easier to get your hands on some pallets of olive oil than it is to get your hands on fucking gold. Like, what are you gonna do, break into Fort Knox? Like, Jesus, Junior, get off the web. It's a stupid question. My question is, why olive oil over any other target? I bet at one point you've unknowingly bought stolen olive oil, and it's gonna keep me up at night knowing that. Also, you know what? Actually, I fucking doubt it. You think Publix is buying from the thieves? I don't think so. I got a lot of trust in Publix. Piggly Wiggly, maybe, but not Publix. Thanks, Resubzoot. Hey, glad you're liking the soap, Zoot. Maybe at some point, but right now it's just the body soap. It's not just olive oil. Apparently someone stole 100,000 eggs, which are now considered a luxury due to bird flu. We did go over that one a little bit. See, that I can understand a little bit more. That one I do actually get to a certain extent. Egg thieves, like egg thievery, that's happened quite a bit. There was also like the 60-year-old dudes who made off with like 400 grand worth of eggs a few years ago. We talked about that on stream. So like eggs, oh, I know, we've been there, done that. Olive oil though, I don't know, just to me doesn't sound smart. Also, it seems like stealing olive oil is a new thing. It's only been prevalent in the last 2 years. I can't find any olive oil heists, like Ocean's 11 style heists or anything, dating anything before 2024. So that was a big... Nope, never mind. Spanish police seize 74 tons of stolen olives among soaring prices. That's 2023, but that's not olive oil. That's just directly olives. It also looks like they were just transporting it in the back seat of their fucking car like a clown. You see the body cam footage of the lady stealing gallons of soup from Publix in Florida. It's called Officers Can't Keep a Straight Face with This Shoplifter. That sounds so familiar, but I feel like I'd remember someone stealing gallons of soup. No, that doesn't look familiar. This is a soup thief? Looks more like she's about to drop a SoundCloud album.
What's going on, guys?
This lady, good morning, filled like 10 things up with soup.
Oh.
So put her hand in every box of chicken that we had, so we hadn't already. She didn't have any money to pay for it.
This is serious.
They'll get her. Just give it.
So if she can't pay for the soup, we'll like to press charges because she ate it all.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, I'm leaving right now. But after I paid for the food, of course.
You gonna pay for the food?
Yeah, but they won't charge my phone and I'll have Apple Pay because the other one's at 185 to solve everything. You guys used, remember?
No.
Was that English? What did I just hear? What the fuck was that? Holy. I heard Apple Pay. And then everything else was like this amalgamation of nothing.
There's 1,000 of us.
Oh, were you the ones like Colonial when I bad boy song?
No.
Okay.
What am I listening to? What is she saying? I know it's English. I know it is. But these words aren't, they're not real. We need, this would be a great use of AI to subtitle this accurately. Can we get DeepSeek on it or some shit? Like, good lord. It's the language of the swamp witch.
He said I was paying for this with Apple Pay, and I didn't know my phone was dead, and I have the money to pay for it, and they were like, I hate broke, fat-ass white bitches, and they were harassing me. It's all over their surveillance. I promise you on God.
What?
Then, this one right here with the bigger glasses, she said she's still in that.
So ma'am, you're saying you need your phone charged right now to pay? Is that what you're telling us?
So if we charge your phone, you're gonna pay? What kind of phone do you got?
You can buy the block number triple C for me, and then I'll trade you some soup for it. Which one are you buying for me?
I'm not buying anything for you.
Oh, I buy the charger and then they...
No, you get no. I think they have a charger.
We're going to loan.
Alright, now which one of you is going to buy me all this soup?
Charge your phone, hopefully.
They said no. They said you're going to 33rd, bitch. And I was like, what? How do you know about 33rd? Did I see you in there? And she's like, yeah, catch me outside, bitch. And I was like, what?
What?
So, yeah.
Is her brain stuck in 2016? What in tarnation? Is that a southern accent? No, it's not. That's not an accent. That's a disability, I think. I don't know. Her vocal cords are fucking fried. There's something that's gone seriously awry in there.
Where's the charger back then?
Taker? What does taker mean? I'm gonna pay for it. You can't take me to 33rd. No, I did not.
We have to give her an opportunity to play. We gotta try.
Yeah, I'll be playing
Otherwise,
Kingdom
it's
Come
not
2.
gonna fly with the state attorney. We have to give her an opportunity.
Finances, shit all the time. That's why I got a class action lawsuit against them already.
I have a feeling it's not going to end up working out. So, but we gotta try.
Pull up. Why should she take my phone?
How are you supposed to charge
I
it?
don't want her to. She said there's no way to charge it. I want her. I don't want her DNA on my phone. What am I gonna do if I have her DNA on my phone and she steals the phone from me and I walk out right now and she goes to 33rd for life? Prison for life.
What universe is this creature from? Huh? Is she a DNA thief or something? like a Harkonnen from Dune? Like, I don't... What is she going on about? This is just a crazy person. I thought this was like a legitimate case or something. This is just an unhinged lunatic.
The chips too?
All of that.
She opened every single one of these?
She put her hand in every single one of these boxes.
Oh, she was sampling to make sure the food was still good, not past the expiration
I'll
date.
tell you what, the ones that are not open, let's just get rid of them.
First name.
I'm a YouTuber, and it's
What's your first name?
CY Nasty.
She's a YouTuber? CY Nasty? No, actually, nothing came up for that. Is it... How do you spell it? Is it not just CY Nasty? Because I don't get it. Oh, no, yeah. She has... Nope, that's not her video. That's someone making fun of her. Yeah, I can't find it.
CY Nasty.
How many more things of soup? How many things of soup total? I think it's gonna be like 8 things of soup. What's your date of birth, Dynasty Robertson?
It's 2/1946.
What?
So, man, just confirm, you have the money on your account today,
I
right?
sure did. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't see right now. I'm on the charge.
1946, huh? She looks good for her age.
It looks like it's probably going to be over $100.
Oh, over $100.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay, as long as you got $100, that's fine.
Yeah, but they were acting like it was going to be $500,000. Like,
No, I don't think the bills generally go up that high in the store.
They never told me until when they harassed me until you guys got here. After I said I was going to pay, and then did not for me charge until you got here.
Roberson, R-O-B-E-R-S-O-N?
That's correct.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Kingdom.
What state is that?
Guyana. Guyana.
How long have you been in the United States?
I can be deported at any time, so I've only been here for about 2 weeks.
You've been in the United States for 2 weeks from Guyana.
That's correct. Any more questions?
You don't have an accent. That's interesting.
Wow, isn't that how it is your way, too?
Usually that's not how that goes.
Oh, really? You've been to Guyana before?
No, but I know Guyanese people.
Oh, you know Guyanese people, but you have not been to Guyana.
I have not been to Guyana.
That's British.
She's a rock star plant to promote GTA 6. She'll be in game.
See, they always do this. That's why I'm trespassed off like 90% of Orlando, because they always think that I'm not going to pay for stuff. Do I look like a broke bitch to you? Like, you know what I mean?
So what year did you say you were born?
And would you like to pause, rewind, and then play again? Because this is our recording on your Axon, where I went.
So you said 1946, I believe.
Yeah, so why did you ask?
So, because I don't think that's accurate, because that would put you at like 70 years old.
No, it put me at 77, actually.
Okay, you 77 years old?
That's why I'm silver hair, see? You think a 21-year-old would have silver hair like this?
Oh, you look great for
This is such an interesting encounter. Holy.
Filled with soup cups.
She was just ladling it out?
Yeah. And she kept going. I'm like, wait, this one we have to say something to her.
She's been... No, that's not her. This is AI. She's been framed.
She said that she'll speak to homeless with a $25 check, and she got me on the spot. So, and I'm like, man, if you pay on the check, I can't take a check for that.
Oh my god. It's so much
I don't
soup.
know why, but I have a feeling Apple Pay is not going to work.
And she's talking to every single person around her. This must have been like the worst experience for all of these shoppers. Dude comes over here just for some fucking juice or something, and then this lady's like, hey, I was born in 1946. You want to fight? All right, I didn't think so. I'm gonna leave now. I'm going back to the kingdom.
Work. That's just my professional opinion.
Then she just started, oh, if I touched it, you can't sell it. And just open every box. So the other boxes we was bringing.
So, okay, so she consumed something out of each one of these boxes, though.
Oh man, she started house. Oh shit! The legendary 63-point turn in aisle 8. You rarely see that executed.
There we go. All right, we got just enough juice. Let's pull up this Apple Pay.
What happened? It came up?
Yeah.
I told you I have Apple Pay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Sorry. First time.
Yeah, turn it. No, other way. Keep going. No, other way.
No. She's. What do you know about operating this machine, officer? She's got it.
Are you able to walk, ma'am?
No, that's fine. I'm okay.
How did you make it into the store?
I barely did it. Came.
Well,
discrimination.
All right.
Where's the mirror?
This is in Florida too.
You guys follow me every goddamn way. Oh my god. What did you see?
Which one are we going to be
The
at?
cyber farter?
Right here, right here.
No, I don't know who that is.
Right there?
Yeah. 192.65. Is that what you said? You said 192.
Yep, that's exactly what I said. 192.
All right, let's try and see. Which part?
Here, let me queue up the cyber farter. I'll investigate. UK woman gets 12-month term for cyber farting at X. What an interesting night we're having already. What? What does that even mean? It's the first ever case of cyber farting. That's the actual term they're calling it. That's not like a meme or anything. It's in the Economic Times. How do you... Well, first of all, like, how do you even cyber fart? And second of all, why would it be a criminal case of cyber farting? 25-year-old woman in the UK has pled guilty in a case described as the first of its kind involving cyber farting. The woman, Rhiannon Evans, man, I can't read. Watching the Soup Bandit and the way that she speaks English has actually deteriorated my frontal lobe here. I'm struggling. Wow. Rhiannon... I know I've gone illiterate. Fuck. She hit me with the stupid neurons. They were contagious.
Delhi Department, line 100, Delhi 100, Portland.
So if you're having trouble, you got,
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hold on, please wait.
She's doing it!
Oh my goodness. Try another one, don't worry.
If you want to use a combination, that's also allowed.
Is it okay if I phone a friend real quick? My banker to send me Penguinz0, is that okay?
She had a deal.
Alright, I like that. Here, we can also
This poor guy. I feel so bad for this dude. He is miserable right now. He has to just sit here and listen to this blabbering about nothing as she struggles to pay for her gallons upon gallons of soup that she ladled into her fucking gourd. And then all of this other ancillary food that she packed on here and tried to leave without paying for. Ugh. It must be just so agonizing.
Like, you guys always do this shit. That's why you're getting sued too.
Let's help the next person in line.
And then the funny thing is, I would like not pay for it, and they would still keep all the food, and you wouldn't give me the food, so they win.
No, actually, if you pay for it, it is yours right now.
What I said is, if for some reason,
but right now they're doubting that you have the ability to pay for it.
If it doesn't go through for some reason, they get keep the food and charge me. That's what they do all the time. They did it at KFC.
I didn't even know they did that, man. I haven't had Steak and Shake in a long time.
Class action lawsuits all over the city, and I know more OPD than you know OPD, and you know this name.
Please!
How about we
Jesus Christ! Can some fucking YouTuber or something just come over here and pay for the soup? Please! God, get us out of this loop!
Cybersecurity, okay? So I know, once I hit 17, it's about to, right now the crews are out.
When you hit 17 times, it'll accept?
Equals total victory to the Bible alone.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
What?
Can't argue with that. Oh, approved!
Yes! Yeah!
How about that?
Oh, so that took $50 off?
43.
Alright, now we can get,
I cut it in half just to get you the fuck out of here. I paid out of pocket. Just leave. Scram.
I think that card's going to be depleted, so we can try another card.
No, people off live right now.
Who is this now? They call in backup? The soup expert? What?
No, you cannot hold on to this thing.
My God, how many cops are they calling out here? Guys, you won't believe this. This lady's buying a ton of soup. Almost. Get down here, quick.
And we had another card for $4.
Really?
So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Like the Medicaid card?
Thanks, Resub
Alright,
Kid.
let's skip the Medicaid card.
Yeah, so that's
Let's try the
Souls from Word. The other one's like was working a little bit.
Man, she has like, what, 9 different cards so far?
Cash back. Oh gosh.
I feel like she's sticking things in there that aren't even credit cards. Like one of those was probably a Dave & Buster's card.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Let's try it one more time.
If you need to make a phone call and go do that,
God.
no problem. You have to do this now.
Just let it in.
A pretty short amount of time right
Officer, just pay for her fucking soup. Good lord.
Man, I'm just going, no, I just found out how to pay it off if I have another card on here. So I'm clearing this for $1,300 right now.
I'm ready for you to wow me.
And then once I do that, then I'm going to go buy a bunch of food and see what one you got on if you want.
Now let's pay for this.
That sounds like a great plan, Porky. Like, I don't know what you just said. That was actually a Porky Pig moment. She literally just hit us with a... This is unreal. Just pay for her soup. It's giving me a headache.
That'll be enough.
We've satisfied this now.
We know you can. Stand up.
I can't. No, you can't do this to me. Let me get my cane at least, please.
Where Kane's gonna come with you. Come on, but we'll help you. We will be your cane.
What happened? Did she run out of time for the quick time event here? Paying for the 9 gallons of soup?
Just give me a second. I gotta get off this so my ass is so fat.
Let's go.
Oh, you're applying this. No. How did they do that? Oh, no.
Left foot first.
911, 911, after that, go 411.
Is there an emergency shuttle for this?
1-800, no phone, I'm going to 33rd. Who's got my bail money on deck? It's for 137.93.
She's become a car dealer now.
And they're going to keep all the money, and you're going to get free food.
We'll get your stuff.
Or not a car dealer, auction. Car auction.
And Latoya and Portia, thank you very much for making yourself viral, because you bitches get fired for real, for real. Tell Officer Ariana what's up. Call her, I'm on the way.
What is going on?
I can't wait to get locked up.
I'll grab it.
Solitary again. Just I'm 7:30 official, bitch. I'm crazy.
All right, man, let's go.
Marie Cakes with an S85 on Snapchat. 6,000 subscribers and counting. Suck my dick.
Man, come on. There's kids in here.
I don't care.
No, I did not see it, Gum.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm good, Gabriel.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives. This is what we call, this is how we do it on Sunday night.
It's like when you scroll through TikTok really quick. She's just hitting every reference of the last decade.
Here, 1 second, sir.
4 2. Write it down. We do this crazy shit again. Somebody record. Write it down. That's my mom. She never showed up here like she's supposed to. And they're putting this crazy shit. They're gonna taser me and everything and put me in the.
Oh, we're in handcuffs. They don't like it when we do that.
Like we did last time. Or we do want people like them too.
We go.
$30,000 right now.
All right, so look inside the car, right?
So I can vomit some out my cream. MONCRIEF. My cream. Tell them I'm on my way.
What an adventure. What an adventure. God, that actually gave me a fucking headache.